Hey there, my name is Myles Walsh, and I'm the founder of LeadMaven.ai. Today I'm going to walk through how 1% of advertisers are capturing the 97% of wasted ad spend and how they're dominating their market. In this short video, you'll learn the new system to 3x your inbound lead volume from the marketing that you're already doing. So you're not going to have to increase your ad spend, update your website, post on social media, anything like that. Check this out. $507 billion. That is the amount of wasted advertising spend in the United States. That's based on 97% of the 522 billion in estimated ads. This is just digital advertising in 2021. Massive amount of waste. So in this video, you're going to learn how you can capture the 97% of your marketing budget that's currently going to waste. And it's only in 3 simple steps. And at the end of this video, I'll show you how you can start and try it out for yourself, absolutely zero risk free. So you're probably skeptical. So let's look at some case studies. So here's how we helped a group of annuity advisors. They already had an established, an optimized campaign, and they switched to using our targeting and our pixel, and they reduced their cost per lead by 90% versus the industry average. So industry average in annuities around $300 a lead. And from their already optimized campaign, they got it down to $77. And with our targeting, they got it down to $26.11. That's 92% reduction from the industry average, and then 66% reduction from their already optimized control campaign. So right off the bat, a 66% reduction means they're getting 3 times the lead, 3 times the number of leads for the same ad spend. Here's how we helped a Florida mortgage broker. During the first 30 days of their Facebook campaign, they had an established lead gen funnel running. They produced 175 leads with a projected 6x, so 6,000% return on investment. And so they're generating leads for an average cost of $6.11 with 17 projected sales. Here's how we helped a roofing lead generation company. So they had quadrupled their conversion rate from 5% to 20% from just switching their targeting. No changes to ads, no changing to copy or website or anything like that. Here's how we helped a Maui real estate company reduce their cost per lead from $2 down to 70 cents. Now imagine you could get leads for 70 cents each. This was a 67% reduction, and they brought in 571 leads in the first 3 weeks. So here again, we see it's a 67% reduction in their cost per lead. And as you can see, 3x, right? So for the same spend, they're generating literally 3 times the number of leads. Here's a group of financial advisors, a lead generation campaign, generated appointments at $60.59 using our targeting data versus the $181 using the Facebook, standard data. Again, 67%. So I'm going to speed through these. If you want to see some more, there's cool sculpting. We got a Florida drug and rehab center. Like, there are just a lot more. So if you want to see more, you can go to LeadMaven.ai/case studies. Let's get to the goods here. So the strategy comes down to delivering the right message at the right moment to people who are most interested. Now, if you've been in marketing, you know that that's not anything new. What's different is our mechanism of action. So we use a traffic recognition pixel combined with a simple reactivation sequence. So here's what I mean. Here's the old way of doing it, right? You have traffic on the left. Let's go through an example, 1,000 visitors, right? So if you're getting a 3% conversion rate, the average conversion rate across industries is 2.58%. So if you're getting, let's say 3%, right? Then every 1,000 visitors, you bring in 30 appointments or whatever it is that you're doing, right? Or if you're generating leads or appointments or sales, if you're getting 3%, then you're turning about 1,000 people into 30 leads, appointments, whatever it is, right? So you get 30 buyers, right? Simple example here. Check this out. When you use a traffic recognition pixel, you'll be able to identify at least 50% of your traffic visiting your site. So right off the bat, instead of getting 30 identified people, you get 500. So you deploy a simple reactivation sequence. Now, in this example, it's just a couple of emails that go out. You can have it happen automatically. We'll get into how you can use 19 different channels to reach a person through people-based marketing. But in this example, you take those 1,000 visitors, you identify 500 of them, you feed them into a simple reactivation sequence, and output if 10% of those people take the next step and take the next action, you just generated another 50 appointments, right? So you can see how instead of getting 30 appointments or buyers or whatever you're doing, you're getting 80. That's a 2.6x, and that's at a very conservative, if you only convert 10% of those 500, right? But the point is that from that same advertising spend, whatever you're doing to bring in traffic, whether it's SEO, whether it's paid advertising, whether it's referrals from other sites, whatever you did to bring them in, you didn't need to spend any more. You just identified at least half of them. So now, even if, let's say 10% convert and through the reactivation sequence, you still have that list of 500 people, right? So you can see the power here and how this is ridiculous. So here's how it works. 97% of your visitors are anonymous, right? If you're getting a 5% conversion rate, then 95% of your visitors are anonymous. The point is 9 out of 10, you have no idea who they are, right? So they come to your website. Most of them won't fill out a form. You don't know who they are. With this traffic recognition pixel, you get to know exactly who they are. You get to know who they are by name, their email address, their mailing address, their phone number, their social media, profile links, a host of information that'll help you prioritize who to follow up with, right? So you can take your visitors, they go to your website. Now you just have like a list of these people, right? Very simple. You can get started in 3 easy steps. You just add our pixel to your site and you get a list of your visitors, right? It's deterministic, meaning it's not guessing. We're not guessing that George went to your site. We know that exactly it was George, right? It's deterministic. It's not based on IP address like other, quote unquote, tools that do this. It's not guessing. We're not saying, oh, someone from Adobe visited your website. We're saying, no, Bob Smith or George Oliver from XYZ company was interested in this page or product on your site. Powerful stuff. So you might be wondering like, okay, why focus on my website visitors? Well, 2 reasons here. First, your marketing already brought them to your marketing already attracted them, right? So of everyone in the whole world, out of everyone that you could market to, these people saw something, clicked on something, Googled something, and they landed on your site, right? And second of all, they represent your quickest path to profit. They're the greatest probability of everyone that you could reach out to. They're the greatest probability of becoming your next customer. And here's what I mean. So when you look at everyone that you could potentially market to, right? Your total addressable market, most of them, this is a concept popularized by Chet Holmes. Most of them, like 97%, are not interested. They're not ready. They're not looking. They don't want to be bothered by it, right? And so that top 3% is the top 3% of people that most advertisers are trying to reach, right? Because they're Googling things that signify like buying intent. Well, here's the thing, is a fraction of that top 3% are visiting your website, right? And so that's why it's important. And I think it's the best use of your resources to figure out who's already shopping your site. Imagine if you had a retail store, right? And imagine if you were selling like Air Jordans, right? You would want to know the people who stopped what they were doing, came to your store to check out what you had to sell. And that's the exact same thing here. This is like getting the business card of people coming into your retail store, even if they don't buy anything, right? So that you can send them something, you can give them something of value, you can reach out later, you can connect with them. And the idea is you do it in a way that you're serving people. They'll actually thank you for it, right? It's very, very cool. All right, so on the website visitors, right? Your website visitors are your greatest probability for profits. They're your quickest path to profit out of everyone you could be marketing to. They're the best use of resources for profit, and they're the greatest opportunity today for profits. So when you look at your marketplace, right, you can't tell who's looking. You don't know who's visiting your website versus not, other than that 3%. When we look at your marketplace, we see this. We see these are people who are searching and preparing to buy what you sell, and they've already been to your site. So what you do is you can isolate these people, you identify them, you prioritize who's the most, the highest revenue opportunity, and then you fill your funnel with these people and you focus only on those. It's very interesting what happens. It really comes down to delivering the right message at the right moment to people who are most interested. Now you can do that in 3 steps. 1, you add our pixel to your website. It takes about 10 minutes. You can have your developer do it. We can go ahead and do it for you. It's very simple. It doesn't change the look or feel of your site in any way. There's a paragraph you need to add to your privacy policy to be fully compliant. It's very standard. Second, you'll get a list of your website visitors in 5 to 7 days. The first file takes about 5 to 7 days, and you'll get a list of these people, right? And we'll work with you to figure out what information you'd like from, of these people, whether it's just their name, phone number, mailing address, email address, or if you want LinkedIn profile, social media links, things like that. Step 3, you deploy marketing, right? You deploy people-based marketing. And what you can do is you can add them to your CRM. You can deploy a reactivation sequence using email like we looked at earlier. You can have your sales reps connect with them on social media, on LinkedIn, add a new connection, send them a message, give them something of value, give them a free guide. You can call them on the phone, say, hey, how's it going? Here's what we do. And the response you'll get when you do it right is people will say, you have really good timing, right? Like, I was just looking for this, or thanks for sending me that free guide on, how to buy Air Jordans. I was just thinking about it, right? And you can also do programmatic advertising. So what that means is, think Spotify, think Pandora, think Roku. You can highly target ads based on specific people for a specific product, right? And at the end of the day, it's to get more appointments, to close more listings, sell more things, sell more shoes, whatever it is you're trying to do. When you focus on the right people, your cost per click goes down, your cost per lead goes down, your engagement rate goes up, everything looks good. Let's go through a couple of use cases here. So your marketing, right? Your website is getting traffic. Unfortunately, most people leave. So in this use case, you can identify the people who already found their way to your site, right? Whether that's through paid search ads, whether that's through SEO, whether it's through display advertising, social media, referrals, no matter how they got to your site, you can identify who they are, right? And then you can connect with them, right? You can take the list of people, say, okay, these top 20% we want to focus on, distribute them to your sales reps. They go and do some connecting, right? You can have that be automated. You can have it be manual. The point is you can connect on social media. You can also send them an email, right? So if you're in real estate, you can say buyer's guide to Kona, right? Top things that every buyer should know before they buy a home in Kona. You could insert any type of valuable content there. You want the response to be people to say, thank you so much, right? This is the perfect timing. What else can you do? You can send them a bubble envelope with a small gift, right? This works. We're talking with a furniture company and they make minis, right? And they can send a mini to the person, who's, interior architect, right? Very, very cool. It's because you're doing people-based marketing, right? And you can decide who to focus on based on what right? Where they work, a number of different things, which we can go through in another video. The point is, possibilities are nearly endless. All right, another use case here. If you're running advertising, this is where you'll see a major, major lift. So if you're running ads, let's go back to the Air Jordans, right? If you're targeting people, you're running ads, you can identify the people who clicked on your ads but did not buy, right? Or did not fill out their information. And you can show them exactly or similar products, right? Based on what they checked out. And once you have a list, you can reach out to them on email, on phone, on SMS. You can do a reactivation sequence. You can connect on LinkedIn. You can show them more ads as they browse YouTube, right? So let's say you're running ads on Facebook. Let's say you get 1,000 people who click. Let's say 5 of those people buy. The other 995 don't buy, right? Well, now you know who they are. You can show programmatic advertising. So when they go to YouTube, as they listen to Pandora or Spotify, or when they turn on their Roku, you can put ads very, very relevant to what it is that they're looking for. So the list goes on. I think you get the idea. So what I shared with you here today is what's called traffic recognition pixel. And this focuses on the people already visiting your website, right? The 3 kind of sections on the right. What we can also do, and this is for another video, is we can identify and tell you and give you a list of contacts who are searching for specific keywords in Google as they're researching their problem, as they're defining their problem, as they're looking into solutions before they visit your website. And this is what we call our in-market product. And you can reach out to me if you'd like to see the video on that. And the way this works is we have a database of over 40 billion real-time behaviors per day that's captured, right? It aggregates all this data. It looks at keyword searches, It looks at content consumption, like which websites people are visiting. It looks at the URL navigation. It looks at the campaign response, which ads are being clicked on. And it looks at competition analysis, as well as makes use of the data that's coming in from the Internet of Things. And the whole point is to empower your team, empower your campaigns, give you the data that you need to make data-driven decisions and crush your ad KPIs, your marketing KPIs. When you use our traffic recognition pixel, you'll have complete traffic insight. And here are a few benefits of that. One, you'll be able to reach people on multiple devices. As we talked about using Spotify, you can not only retarget on that one platform, right? You can reach them on any platform. So let's say a lead comes in through Google, right? You can now reach them on Facebook. You can now reach them on YouTube, not just cross-platform, but cross-device. And Gartner came out with a study that campaigns that use 3 or more channels increased results by 300%. So you can reach anywhere. You have ownership and control over your data. This is going to become bigger and bigger as time goes on, as we move into like a cookieless world, right? As Google has been warning. You're paying for traffic to come to your site, but because you only identify 5%, using the old method, you have to pay for those people to come back. And if Google, Facebook increase their prices, your profits go down, right? So when you identify, you actually maintain ownership. You get ownership and control of your first party data. Because in that example earlier, you had 1,000 visitors and you identified 500. That's a permanent record, right? So you own that. You control that. You can, if Google increases their prices for retargeting ads, you can go to Facebook. If Facebook increases, you go to TikTok, right? When you own and control, you have a permanent record. It makes a whole lot of sense. And as I mentioned, it's portable and platform agnostic. You're not limited to one platform or one, device. You can really reach people anywhere. All right, you made it to the end. So what we're doing is we're offering for a limited time a free trial, a way that you can try this traffic recognition pixel absolutely zero risk free for 14 days. And you can get our proven playbooks. We'll give you a free consultation and we'll look at what marketing you have in place. We'll put together a playbook for you based on what tech you have, based on your industry, based on your buyers and things like that, based on your team size. And we'll give you a playbook that outlines, hey, here's what you do when you get these leads, right? Here's what we would do. And we'd help you plan that out. And if you don't get at least 100 identified leads during your trial, we'll pay you $100 just for taking time out of your precious, week to try this out. So all you have to do is go to LeadMaven.ai/trial and you can claim your free leads, set up your account, mention the code 100 free so that we can make sure that you, you get this free trial. It's an extended trial. And then you get the guaranteed 100 leads. We want to make sure that we take care of everyone here. So thanks for watching. My name is Myles Walsh, founder of Lead Maven AI, and I look forward to seeing you in the trial.